Hello, everyone. Nadasfan again with you today, continuing the Minnesota Golden Gopher uh, online dynasty for NCAA 11 football. And this week, the Gophers match up with the heavily favored USC Trojans, although they do get them on their home field at TCF Bank Stadium. This game has long been on Gophers fans' mind since the schedule came out. It's the schedules in college football come out quite a couple of years ahead of time. So everyone looking forward to getting their chance to seeing USC, the powerhouse that they are, although having some issues on probation this year in real life. So, but they are still obviously a very formidable opponent as the Gophers get ready to run out of the tunnel and to take their 2-0 record up against the Trojans. So. Adam Weber and Bennett and the Gophers trying to get psyched up here for the kickoff on this, and meanwhile, Matt Barkley and Sharice Wright and all the other Trojans getting ready themselves for what should be a win for them if you go by ranking and by program prestige and everything else you want to pile up there. So opening kickoff goes to the Trojans, and they will come out on offense first with Matt Barkley leading the show. Here you see play action. He steps up and finds his receiver coming across the hash, and you've got easy yardage right to start. Although Barkley does take a hit, he delivers a very accurate pass, and the wide receiver's got plenty of cushion to get himself a first down. So here they are just about midfield. And again, looking over the middle, and again, not having much of a problem connecting. So the Trojans moving on the first drive of the game. You'll see Barkley a little bit high, but accurate again. And the Gophers so far do not have an answer to this pro-style offense. And so here you see the draw, and it works like a charm after a couple big pass plays. And another first down. You see here the draw to the shotgun, and the Trojans getting easy yards. Things are loose up the middle there after a couple big passes. So just at the 20 at the edge of the red zone, Barkley got all the time he wants. He finds his man short and he works himself for another first down. So the Trojans having everything they want on offense on this first drive. And Barkley is not missing his wide open receivers. So far so good for the Trojans. Here they come on third and goal. And they get the blocking they need to get their running back in for the touchdown and the first score of the game. So USC marches right on into Minneapolis, takes the ball first, and eats some clock in the first quarter and scores 11 plays, 78 yards. Touchdown by Gable to cap it from 2 yards out. So Weber's first attempt, you got the play action, and he's buried by two defenders who meet him at the quarterback, and they both get a piece of him here. So Weber just turning his shoulder and eating turf. So third and 20. He's scrambling out to his right. He's got nowhere to throw. He just kind of throws in the general vicinity of about 4 Trojans there. So it's a 3 and out for the Gophers. Turning the ball back over to Barkley, who on 2nd and 8 will throw just high enough to get over the defender and get a big gain to his wide receiver. As you'll see here, the defender went for the pick, but could not get up high enough on this pass from Barkley. And the receiver makes a nice jumping catch, turns around, and he's got plenty of yards after catch to go. So, almost to the red zone again, looking for a second score. Here you've got kind of a pass to the flat to the running back, and no one wants a piece of him. He evades a poor arm tackle and gets into the end zone here. He had a blocker to help him seal there, and the last chance goes by the wayside as a poor arm tackle. Makes it 14-0 after the extra point in USC's favor. So a quick drive of only 3 plays for 61 yards. Prater gets the touchdown, and at the end of one quarter, it is USC 14 and the Gophers nothing. So the second quarter starts with Weber trying to get something short to Green, and he actually does fight his way for a first down there. A nice quick pass. Trying to think quick because they know that rush is getting in on Weber fast, so they go to some quick outs to the wideouts to try to get Weber some more space and try to get that defense to respect you know, just clear out some room, really. They've been in the backfield all first quarter. So Weber, again, working out of the gun. He's got an empty set here. Pump fake, and he's going to go deep on the one-on-one coverage, but that one-on-one coverage is impressively done. And we've got 4th down. So they do indeed punt, and USC on their 3rd chance here, again working the halfbacks out in the flat, and again picking up 1st down yardage. You know, they're ripping off chunks of 10, 15, 20 yards at a time and not having much trouble with this Gopher defense, who is clearly at this point overmatched by the USC offense. And here you see Barkley step up and heaves a toss, and he's got a wide open receiver who just blew his coverage for the long touchdown. Here you see Barkley just chuck it a mile, and as it comes down, it comes into the hands of a willing USC receiver who's wide open. That's Butler for the 67-yard touchdown score. 21-0 now. Number 10 USC ahead of the Gophers. The Gophers having a rough day. Weber heaves one-on-one again, and this time he is able to connect to Green for the long gain. You see Weber here, a little gun shy that the rush is coming, but he gets that pass out there where only Green can catch it, and Green does catch it. So in the red zone for the first time is the Gophers. Weber rolling to the right, finds Eric Lair, close to a 1st down, but it's short. It's going to be 4th and 2. So the Gophers have a decision here, already down by 3 scores. You know, that the most likely thing here is that they will go, trying to make up some ground and stay in this game. So go they do on 4th and 2. And here's the kind of luck the Gophers had in the first half. Their 2 crossing receivers bump into each other, and the ball falls to the turf. Either one of them could have been open for the score, but they ran into each other, and that was that. So USC offense back on the field. They get actually stopped by the Gophers for the first time in the game, but never fear, because Adam Weber throws it right to the wrong team coming out after the punt. So right back to USC. Any momentum that the Gophers might have been able to take from the 3 and out deflated and sent right back USC's way. So as we near halftime, it is 21-0, but Barkley not satisfied with that, looking in the pocket again out to the flat. Oh, and his receiver makes a guy miss, and he gets another impressive run after the catch. So 2nd and goal, excuse me. He hits Butler once again, this time wide open. Nobody even bothered to cover him on this play. He just catches it and walks right in, and you've got a 4-touchdown lead for USC, 28-0, as we are approaching halftime. Gophers get one more chance at a Hail Mary just to try to get anything on the board. Weber pump fakes a couple times, throws it deep downfield, but this isn't going to amount to anything. USC knocks it down and has the 28-0 whitewash at halftime here. Gophers could not get anything going, and when they did, had poor luck. Everything working against their way, and a pretty dejected Gopher bunch heading into the locker room here. So the Gophers get the second half kickoff, and things do not go very well right off the bat. Weber is sacked and is left to writhe in pain on the ground here. Nobody in TCF Bank Stadium really seeming to care at the moment, as no one comes to help him. In comes Marquise Gray, and he will try to scramble to the right, and guess what? He's hit as he throws. Ends up right in the lap of a lineman for yet another USC touchdown, this time on defense. You don't get handed a touchdown any easier than that. There it is, 35-0 USC, as Marquise Gray does not fare any better. Here you see the choice to play or sit Adam Weber, and considering the score, the Gophers are going to go ahead and sit him. Why risk further injury? So Marquise Gray looking for Eric Lair for the quick pass over the middle out of the shotgun. They got to try to make up yardage and points as fast as they can. A nice throw by Gray right on the mark, and that will get a 1st down. But unfortunately in this game, Gopher highlights amounted to 1st downs, while USC highlights were touchdowns. So that's not going to get the job done. But Marquise still staying at it here. Here you see a guy open on 4th down, and it was in his hands, and he dropped it. And so that's the end of that drive. USC again has wide open receivers. the Gopher defense can just not keep up with this offense. As you see, Matt Barkley, 14-19, 238 yards at that point, midway through the third quarter, just eating up this Gopher defense, eating them alive. So Barkley having his way, having whatever he'd like going on in this game is happening for him. Here you see all day to throw. He'll step up, throw to the end zone. Tower net should have a pick here. One of Barkley's only really poor passes of the day. But in true Gopher fashion on this day, the ball is dropped and no interceptions. So they do get a field goal attempt, and this will be just wide right, push wide right, so a chance to attack on even further to the lead goes by the wayside. But not to fear, it is a 35-0 lead for USC. So Marquise back in the shotgun. This time has a receiver who actually hangs onto the ball on the big pass. Allen reins this one in. As you see, he found a spot in the soft spot in the defense and makes the catch. So Gophers on the move. Here, throw again to Lair over the middle. And that's another first down for the Gophers, and maybe, just maybe, they can look at breaking this shutout here on this day that the Trojans have dominated them. So they at least like to get on the board and feel good about themselves that way. Again, rolling, finding Lair, big tackle there. So you can't get anything after the catch, but does make the catch. And that's an improvement over some of the wide receivers on this day. So here we go, 2nd and 3. Gray rolling, finding Lair again, and it's a shame he doesn't get into the end zone here, because he was oh so close on this little loft from Gray as he gets nailed. See Lair take it in and just about get over that goal line. Well, that's how the third quarter ends, 35-0. So because Lair couldn't get in the end zone before, we get down to 4th down and a nice defensive play here. The Gophers once again at the goal line are turned away on downs the second time today. That's resulting in at least 14 points lost. So USC plays it conservative, but even so they fumbled the ball, but this is their luck on the day. Their own man falls on the fumble, and the Gophers are not able to get anything out of that fumble as it goes by the wayside. They do get the stop on this drive. Marquise Gray, one more chance here, finding Lair, who might be the player of the day here on the Gopher side, as he goes up to get this high ball and actually is able to come on down after the hit. So nice catch by Lair once again. Marquise, 4th and inches. He's going to roll the right, heavy pressure. Look at this. He actually gets first down yardage, but whoops, fumble. Trojans have it. There's some debate by the Gopher coaching staff whether this ball was picked up with the player already standing out of bounds, as you see a couple replays here. And the coaching staff actually does throw the challenge, or ask for the challenge here, coach's challenge. But as you'll see here, it's a little inconclusive on whether the man who scooped up the ball was in bounds or out of bounds. And therefore, this call ends up staying on USC's side. So another chance to break the shutout is gone. The Trojans take the win and the shutout, 35-0 on the road. Gophers were not meant to be in this ball game today here. They take it on the chin, 35-0. So they hope to regroup starting next week. And why don't you come on back to check out more Dynasty action with the Golden Gophers here. NCAA 11. This has been Nadasfan. I will see you guys next time as the players shake hands. Gophers see what's gone by the wayside, and your player of the game is Matt Barkley. 3 touchdowns on the day, 244 yards. So that's a wrap. Gophers lose their first game of the year. Come on back to check out next week. See you later, guys.
They pick up their first loss of the season.